Better do this. Alrighty. Sprue or runners, whatever you want to call them. So we got. No idea how far I'll get. Or even what I'm looking at. Let me grab stuff. In case I need it. I do have a sanding sponge set. Oh, welcome. Welcome, welcome. I'm going to try to make sense of these instructions and add to the Gelgoog. 2008, I did the torso. Last week, amongst a faulty fire alarm, I did the head. So now, that leaves everything else. So let's see here. We got a whole bunch of whoozy what's it's going on here. So body unit is complete. Head unit is complete. So it's arm unit time. According to the instructions, it's arm unit time. Yeah, these are all in Japanese. No English translations like in some of the newer stuff. Which I'm not looking to paint this one and color match it, so I don't need to bust out translate on this one. Though I am just curious what colors, aka what Mr. Color colors, I would need. I tend to use Gaia Notes paints on stuff. Ultimate white, but I'm not going to be painting up this. When it comes to lacquers, I gotta get some Mr. Color. And then I gotta get my acrylics all freshened up so I know what works and what can be done. Alright, so we're looking at the arm unit on this Gelgoog version 2.0 Pachar. The whole reason I even got this kit was because of Gundam Crossfire for the PlayStation 3. If you've played it or not, I don't know, let me know. But it's a lot of fun. It's old now, obviously, but it was a lot of fun. Alright, so I need to start off the arm unit with, we gotta do this twice. J6 and 7 and PC7. That is telling me a warning that it's sweaty or something. I don't know. So, there's that. So apparently it's 3, 4, 5, and 6 is the arm units. So you do all the 3, and you do the 4, and whatever. So I already have set up what I need, sprue, runner, whatever you want to call it wise. Got it. And there's J. Need J. What else do we need? There's also J. So I guess it's going to depend on... There's 2 of J. I got to do it twice. It makes sense. I didn't see any J1, J2 stuff. So that's good. Let's see. Is this the PCB? Biddy? Yep, looks like it. So it looks like I need PC7 twice. And there they are. So that's PC7. Some of these I like to just spin until they pop off. Usually does a pretty decent job. So there they are. What else is there? J6 and 7, if I read that right. Yep. So I guess I have no idea. Sure. All right, J6 and J7, we'll do it once, and then it'll be so nice we gotta do it twice. Nothing wrong with that. So, take it where you can get it. Put that further out of the way so I don't backhand it like a moron. So 6 and 7. Okay, see it. Going in. Six. And then 7. Oh, as I drop 7, there it goes. Butterfingers. So, looks like 6 goes down. And 7 has the opening down because it needs to. Okay, and then we take the PC thingy. And we put sweaty in somewhere. Stick that guy in. It looks like that. And then this side goes down. Geez, why is this so hard for me to hold? Do we slide that down? Pivot, engage rotor, and we are connected. If I was doing this for some real shebang, move this out of, I'll leave it there. That would probably, I don't know if you want to glue that connection or not, but it feels like a connection that could be glued. So I gotta do that again. Let's do it. So I already have the sweaty part. So we're gonna do more clippage. And dropping of stuff. Sweet. Sweet. I bust out one of these things. Now it's a party. And you can definitely tell that. So I'm not expecting to have to see these things. I have to find all those. That went flying despite trying to hold it. Alright, so again, this thing is facing downwards. And face downwards like that, based on the instructions. And then we have some of this here. Going into that thing there. These are all technical terms. Will be on the test. Nope. Come on now. There it is. Probably going to take this and rotate that because I don't think it's supposed to be able to rotate that, I thought. Yep. That's just a bit too much. Okay. Don't want to break that. Which is typically what happens whenever I touch something. So we got 2 of these things. We can make 2 more, and then we can start off with 1 right arm, and then left arm shenanigans. Now I need PC8 times dose. More sweaty parts. Whoop. These are the more, I forget what they call these. These are the more flexy pieces. Something caps maybe? I don't know. So I need what? I need PC8 right here. Thank you. Okay. Now we need F3 and 4. These are J's. Okay, so this is F. And this is going to also be F. I'll put stuff out of the way. Since these are J's, I'm sure I'll come back to these. Go up there. Just to keep it out of the way. Let me know whenever you're watching this what your Gunpla of choice to build is. I don't know if I have one of choice. This is the 3rd one I've built. Only one of which I did any type of painting to, not any real serious manner. This one's not going to get any paint. I'm not even going to panel line it. This is going to be built in the raw, I guess. Just to see how it is. So I need... What do I need? I need F3 and F4. Ah, I see. I'll do this one at a time so I don't mess it up. But I see a 3 and I see a F4, and this is indeed F. So what I call sprue for like 40K and stuff like that, I suppose is called runner here. I don't know. Let me know if that's true or if runner is technically something different. Okay, so this is gonna be sitting like that. I guess what they're showing here, let me double check before I bring it up. So I guess what they're showing here on this, if you can see it well enough, I don't know if the camera's gonna focus. The dark line up top is shorter than the dark line on the bottom. I think that's because the part has a wider opening on one side than the other, which would say to me they want the larger opening on the bottom. So that's what I'm going to do. Larger opening on the bottom. This thing kind of slots into it, I suppose. Kind of like that. And then this dude goes in somewhat like this. And there's that solid engagement. Even better when it's double solider. That's a word. Don't ask. I feel like this is something you would use the glue for seams and whatnot. I don't know. I don't know what the process would be in terms of building this for paint purposes. I guess it depends what is going to be customer facing, if you want to say it like that. But in any case, what do we got? We got F3 and F4 again. So let's get that clipped out. And get to building. Started this later than I wanted to, in case you're watching this after the fact. But I'm hoping that I can get the arms built and done before having to shut it down for the evening. So there we go, there's that. Let's see now. I don't think, because it doesn't say anything specific, I don't know why I'm overthinking this when it worked out just fine the last time. But I believe I build the exact same way. Like, I don't have to invert anything. So, big down. Something like that. We have that positive engagement. All right. Now we're doing the right arm. Always the right first. Freaking rightists. For their right-handed people, I swear. So we need an F1, a PC3, and other stuff. So F1, where are you? There it is. That's an F1. Don't let the $1 million, multi-million-dollar cars fool you. That's F1 right there. PC3. I always like to try and orient it like you see it in the instructions. So I believe it's something like this would be the orientation. I don't know if that helps, but it makes me feel better, and that's really all you need for yourself, right? Don't do what makes me feel better. Do what makes you feel better for your modeling and miniature building extravaganzas. It's your kit. Now, PC Trace. About the extent of my Spanish. I see it. There it goes. So then it's G 3 and 5. Is this it? Is this it? Ah, stuck. Yep, this is G 3 and 5. I see it. So that was 5. So here's 3. Good to know. Ah, so that sits up. The 3 sits up. How the heck? All right. Oh, it goes in there because there's a slot. Okay, it looks like it. That didn't make sense what they were showing, but it makes a lot more sense now. We're making some articulation, it looks like. Okay. You get in there? Maybe. Eh. Okay. And then, yeah, this is down. That should still move. Yep, we captured it. What is that, an elbow or something? I don't really know. Put it down until we need it. Now that's fancy dancy, which is a technical term. Good loud. So I need 3, 2, which I made. So that is I need this guy. This guy goes in the between several things. So I need a 3-2. Bam. And then we need F7 and F8. We're building things. That's a G. I need an F. Seven and 8. Look at that. Right on schedule. Boom. Okay, this is for all the marbles. So this sits like so. I think it does something like that. And then up top, glad I did that right. Top is this guy. That face is like so. Maybe. Yeah, just gotta give it some gusto. Oh, I missed. Hello. Why is that not wanting to go on? Hang on. Come on. Alright. That didn't work. Let me pop it apart. Somehow. That didn't help things. Ow. So this is connected. Oh, that's not in, that's why. Is that in? No. It does. Or is that supposed to? No. Yeah, okay, so that's supposed to go in here. And this is supposed to go there. There we go. It's a better, it's more better as there. It's just a really tight fit. But look at that. We got articulation. That's what I've always liked about these Bandai kits like this. I know there's like resin stuff out there, and there's some whatever else that you can do. I just always like this. It's very simple but effective. It just feels like you're actually making a robot, even though it's plastic. Great. So now I need J. What do I need? J9 and J4. Because this is sitting how? Question mark? Oh. Like that. Okay, so it sits like that. So we need J9 and J4. I think I'll put the J up here. Yep. J9 and J4. Whatever that is. Problem with 9 and 6, they can look really similar. So we're going to go with, that's not a clipper, that's a scissor. It should be 9, based on the picture and everything. There's J9, and I need J4. I don't know what I just hit. I think I hit the camera. Okay, here it is. Excellent. The goal is to get these sprues, runners, whatever you say, whatever you want to call them, empty, so I free up space. Even though I got more stuff coming in to take up that space. But what are you going to do? So this connects to here. I'm thinking maybe I want to put 4 on first, maybe make it easier on my life. So we did that, a little bit of 4 right there, and a wee bit of whatever this one is, 3 and 4 together. This is okay. So this is the back of the arm, and the hand will come out here. Hey, we take this piece that we made many moons ago, and we connect it to stuff. And we take this piece that we just made, and we connect it to stuff. No idea what that says. So this is E and D. All right then. That's G, F, J. What are you? Another F? Yep. Okay. Ow, my fingers. We're gonna need that. And then we need E. Which one? E2 or E1? Oh, I guess it doesn't matter. I have 2 versions of E1 and E2. E1, I suppose. I'm guessing based on the instructions over here. I don't know, though. Or not, because technically an E2 is where I see 11. So I don't know what I'm talking about. That's fantastic. Let's just get our clipping on. I'm a little more careful with clipping on the outer armor colored parts because I am. So we have that sticking like this, upside down, like this. We have this part going to, where are we? Okay, so this is gonna come like this. It looks like. All right, I can dig it. And we have these right here. Get your mind out of the gutter. We got these 3 and 5. Get the clipping. And then where's the 5 at? Oh, I'm sorry, the 3. That was a 5. All right. Clean this up. Carefully. That one went flying. I wasn't expecting that because the other 5 didn't. All right. So this one goes over that spot because it has to. And kind of there's a hole. And then we connect the other one to line up. This is where you would definitely probably seam fill with some glue and snap it down and sand it down. Because this is lacking any real oomph to hold that in place. That's okay. So now I need J3. Yeah, just use J4 earlier. Oh man, making the hands is gonna be annoying. E8, J3. Where did I go? Oh. Where's the 8 at? Hey, I found it. Let me take that off real quick. And, you know, drop everything. Boom. J3. Where is it? I think it's over here. There we go. J3. Here it is. All right. So I'll get the other stuff once I figure out how this goes on. Because this wants to go on here. But it doesn't, it connects to this. Okay. I see. I see what's happening. So a little something like that. Orientation is important. So clip that, get a little sanding action going on. And then we'll put it in, oh, or not. Or not again. Alright. I thought I saw what was happening. So, what's the deal? It's supposed to go on. Right? Maybe a little more sanding in certain places. Oop. How fiddly. No. Am I doing it wrong? I'm doing it wrong, I think. Yeah, I'm going in the wrong section. It's supposed to sit flush-ish. Like that. There we go. I was going in one too far. I knew that. Supposed to sit something like this. That's very fiddly. Like that's a piece that could come off. Okay. Now what? E9 and 10. Where are they at? Aha! So that was 10, and here's 9. See how well that goes. If I'm lucky, I'll get one arm done today. I did start later than I thought by a decent margin. Okay, so we have this dude sitting like this. And then we have This thing coming in with this doohick coming in. Just about. Yeah, like that. I like to do that angled join like that. The zigzag, if you will. Maybe I should get a... there goes that glossy finish as I sanded it. Alright, a little bit of scuffing never hurt anybody. Without even thinking I did that. Even though I know I'm not going to paint it. That's okay. So that's the arm. This is the right arm. So it would go on probably something like this. Okay. But we're not doing that yet. Because I'm sure there's something that goes over there. Like, you know, shoulders are vulnerable. But now we gotta do the hand. Oh boy. G11. If I could find it. Alright, here's G. And there's 11. Oh boy. Alright. I gotta look into this. So this is gonna fit something like that. That's what it's telling me. G13. Man, oh man. So G13 goes where? So if this sits like that, this slides into here. Oh boy. Uh 9 and then G7. So let's see that. Okay. So I need that guy, and I need a 3 G7s. My god. 4 G7s. 4 in total. Because of course, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Um, I remember not liking doing these particular parts. Hang on a tick. Of course, they're different sizes. Wait. Wait. Are they different sizes or am I going nuts? I think it's just because the thing is angled. Like, wait a minute. Oh, man. Yeah, okay. Now it makes more sense. My brain was trying to brainate. Because this is going to slide into here. Yes. And then we have that. For this last G7, I need to use... What does that say? The G17. Wherever that is. There it is. And 17 and this G7 go together. And that goes here. Carefully, now that I put everything in its way. We got ourselves a hand. High five. Oh my word. Now we can put D7 over that. And then F6 into that. I'm going to assume that this is F6. Has to be, because the other one that looks like it could be, which is F9, looks way different than the part I need. But it looks like I put D7 on first. Okay, let's do that. Provided I can find D7. Is this D7? This is a J. G. F. Another F. A. I should have realized it's the colored portion. Well, they're all colored, but the armor colored portion. Because it's the back of the hand. Right. Yeah. And then we take this bad mamma jamma. There it is. Oh, I ripped off the thumb. Okay. So there that is. Excellent. Hand. Give yourselves a hand, right? So then we take the hand and we take E7. Ugh. We're never done. And we connect it. Like that, it looks like. Hang on, I'm gonna squeeze and push. And then which hand did I make? Arm did I make? Maybe the right arm. Why does this feel like it's the left arm? No, it's the right arm. I'm just thinking left-handed. Oh no, I lost a finger piece. That's really unfortunate, considering it's small. And it's the middle finger. How dare it? I'm gonna search for that. Ah. Benefit of having not carpet. Makes it easier to find. Right. I have to flip everybody off for a second or to put this on. So there it is. It's one arm. The right arm. Not the wrong arm, but the right arm. Whew. That took longer than I thought. Because I am out of practice with this stuff. That's okay though. Because after that is the left arm. And a bunch of pictures. Oh, and then shoulder armor. And then we can connect it to the upper body. Ah, that makes a lot more sense how it connects. And then it's leg units after that. Then the waist unit. Not bad. All right. So something like this, more or less. Can't put it together like that though. I gotta rinse and repeat for the left arm. And then we can do the shoulders and put the whole upper torso piece together. Hopefully next time I work on this thing. We can do that. So, yeah. All right. I want to lose these two pieces here. I'll keep those. With everything else. This is a lot of sprue runners, whatever you want to call it. I'll put it back where I had it for safekeeping. So, that is some progress on the Gelgoog. Hopefully people can join me next time when I can sit for maybe a little bit longer. Some technical issues had me start later than I wanted to. And, well, here we are. But it's looking pretty good. I'm just toying with the arm a bit. I'm liking it though. I like the concept. I could definitely see now versus back in 2008 the things that I would do if I were to paint it. I'm not. But like that arm joint here, I would do something just to make it. It's panel lined in the back here, right here. So it's not like, well, technically on this side. So it's not like those joins aren't meant to be seen, I would just do something to with glue whatever to hold it better. It doesn't, it seems to be flaring out a little bit. But is this from 2008 and it has been sitting and it's been heat soaked a lot over the years, being in storage and then in different places. The big goal is to have it complete so that when I do transport it anywhere, like if I have to move again or whatever, I can take it with the Zaku 2 and the Tall Geese 1 that I have and put some foam in them in a box, and they'll be easy to transport. And all the sprue runner pieces that were being taken up bunch of space will be gone, which is good. Not that I have anything to really put in there yet. One thing is coming, but it's just more so looking to take up less space, clean up space. That's the goal. That's the whole point. So with that said, thanks for checking this out if you have. I try to do hobby streaming on the weekends when there's hobby stuff to stream. So like Saturday, I did a little bit of showcasing hand painting of lacquer on this thing. I have since transitioned to airbrushing it for speed's sake and smoothness, being even more smoother. But you can hand paint it no problem. I will be working on a kind of paint, not tutorial, but a paint video of this fire moth that will be purely hand painted. Unlike some of its brethren here, which I have airbrushed for expediency. Kind of working on adjacent to that and other projects. Several projects going on. One day, I'll bust out the Space Marines orange, probably off camera. It's the only acrylic painting I'm doing thus far. But anyways, thanks so much for checking this out and taking the ride all the way to the end. Hopefully you've enjoyed. Leave any thoughts, questions, insights, requests, whatever in the comment section. I can do what I can. And hit that subscribe button, wouldn't you? It's free. You either skip to the end or you made it to the end. So either way, you're here. Don't need the awkward silence. But anyways, I don't know what that's all about. I'm enjoying getting back into the building. I really like the instruction manuals. I don't know where my Zaku 2 or my Tall Geese instruction manuals are. I think they're gone, unfortunately. But pretty cool stuff. If you built this yourself, let me know. If you purchased one later than 2008, let me know if they've updated this kit at all. Because I can feel certain things where, like, I feel like if they remade it today, maybe would have a better fitment. Not that it's bad at all. You know, this, I think, holds up even to today, so that's good. But just some random thoughts. Anyways, that's all I got for you in this one. So I'm going to go ahead and sign off before I keep rambling on. And I encourage you to check out one of my videos and hang out at some video game streaming. I tend to do Mondays and Wednesdays for sure, as long as I don't have something going on family related or whatever. And then after that, we shall see. It depends on weather and how my lawn is doing, because it's in dire straits, so I got to pay attention to it more. But Monday, Wednesdays for video game stuff, Saturdays and a little bit Sundays for hobbydom of building and / gaming if I don't have anything to build really going on, and maybe something else throughout the week. So stay tuned, and until next time, have a good one.